All right, Sherman here, and today is the 2nd of September, Thursday. It's 10:13 a.m. Singapore time. Um, so today I thought of looking at gold and oil and some crypto. So let's try to get that out of the way first, and then maybe I'll look at some of the majors for Forex. So let's go look at gold. Uh, mm, Let me just go to the monthly and see what's going on. Okay. Right. Let's go. Let's go 2 weeks. Let's go 1 week. Gold actually dive. How low is this? Let me see. I didn't break the previous low. It would have been good if you broke the previous low. Then at least you know there's one structure like this: 1, 2, 3. But we don't have that. Okay. Mm, Let me see. On the monthly, what do we have? Mm, Gold looks up actually. Looks up. It's a strong week here. Weeks can sometimes get covered, so that's something to look out for. Okay, so I'm just doing this on the fly and just looking at chart on the fly. Uh, what I'm trying to do is actually try to find a bias and trade in the direction of bigger time frame. What's going on here? I will look at monthly again. It's not much. 2 weeks. We get. Yeah. So I'm not taking a trade at this moment. Um, what I would like to see is I think at the now it's August, maybe around end of the month of September. So I'm just gonna see how this stuff plays out. I think this will go to consolidation. Well, I can't confirm that, but what I want to see is actually I want to see this consolidate, go sideways. You see this stuff just going sideways. If this could go sideways here, then it will be this could go sideways and down. But even if it just goes sideways, if I see a breakout, I will buy to about there. 1960. So consolidation first on the 2 weekly time frame. Yeah. So that would be the trade. I think that could be a good trade that to consider. Um, Let me see. What is this? What do we have? Okay, time factor not the best. Doesn't matter. The reason why you need this consolidation is because you just don't want this to just kind of break a slope. And so you need the breakout. If you don't get the breakout, this one could just simply crawl down. See, cover this week and then crawl down. So the best is it go sideways and then go for a breakout. That would be ideal. Crawling down is also a problem. Let me see. Let me see what this is. What if it does not go sideways and breaks out? What if it just crawls down? Which is very possible. Hmm. Key the 1, 2, 3. This is a tough trade. It's 50-50 scenarios right now. Not enough waves to play out. Or rather, not enough waves playing out. If I go down lower, do I see anything? Okay. Right, so I go 2 days. This is what I get. 2. Okay, okay. Okay, so yeah, I think gold is better just to wait 2 weeks. But end of September, we'll know which direction it's supposed to take. So swinging this trade requires time. Allow it to play out. Just allow this candle to play out. Then we'll know what to do. Okay. Up, down, up. So let's see on the daily. Do we get any trade here? Yeah. This is 1, 2, 3. So probably if this can play out over 2 weeks, you might get something like that price action just coming down as well. It may come like this down as well. That's fine. That's fine. That could be a good thing too. And then after you can look for a buy. So this is a consolidation that we need. And yeah, I see it's somewhere in September, October, end of September. You need this to play out. And then we can straight in the direction of the bias once we see the trigger. Now I won't trade this to downside, but it's what I'm expecting. Some kind of sideways or downward movement. Sideways and downward movement, but then looking for the buy later. It should be in end of September. So just wait there. Just wait. Okay. So you can get something like up to here. That would be quite good. That would be quite good. See, that would be quite good if you can just buy from 1731 up to 1921. That's pretty good, right? Make good. Can make some good money if we can find a move end of September. So let's see what plays out first. Okay. Next one is let's go look at crude oil. So crude oil, yeah, this was a good move on crude oil from the very bottom to the top, right? So what's crude oil? Let me see. So you can see this green arrow, see this buys and the lows, buy buyers, right? So when it reaches this kind of lows, you're looking for the buys. Even though it looks very strong and people want to follow the trend, but know when the trend is your friend and when it's not. So at this point in time, this would have been important. So you don't really want to sell here, looking for the buy, right? So right now it's on at the top here, and although it's trending up, you see, so you buy here, that's fine, but over here you can start to see problems, which are you can see it's trending up, but things can go wrong over here. You see, so it's following a channel. This is a chart that was done, and it's following a channel, but this move down is going to be a problem. Well, it didn't follow the channel. In fact, it broke down here. So this problem is gonna come. It's right now over here at this uh what's this level? $80. But in this is 86, 87. Okay. So this is a no, you got to encounter problems in this trend that's going up. Okay. Let's see if there's any moving average. Not much out. This one. Mm, it's a good idea to wait for this for price action to pull back to the moving averages before you even consider the trade. And of course, by then the time factor would be quite good. Right? So you put a time box on. So anything outside here you can buy for one more move up to break the previous high. So mm, the buy is still up though. See, MACD is all green. This potential just a pullback. Yeah, and price action did engulf the candle before. Mm, daily engulf. No, it's a a weekly candle. So when this engulf that start to push up. So this engulf the previous. So when it engulfed the previous red candle, price pushed up. So and now you have that again, engulfing that. So and it's generally in an uptrend for Brent crude oil. So if you're already in the buy, that's fine. From way down here, that's fine. But if you're looking to get in on a quick trade, I would not sell this though. I would not sell this. I would be looking for another move up like this, something like that. You see this pattern here. But of course, if you buy here, you're going to be drawn down. So you have to wait for some kind of pullback. Yeah. Of course, this would have been something like that. Right. So if you did something similar, it would be something like this. So at least buy from area of value. It pulls back to some area of value you can buy. Crude oil. Okay. Let's go look at the daily. What's happening here? Remove the moving average. Uh, okay. How about weekly? Weekly, not much. 2 days. What are we getting? 2 days. Something like this. This looks. Oh, this time factor is really short. Could be a leading diagonal of some sort too. So yeah, you really need for this to pull back to confirm the upside on this. Let's see on the moving average. Okay, yeah. So probably what we get is some kind of pullback that proves that you can continue to go up, right? And then you look for a breakout. So you could pull back to here. See how price actually pulled back to this with this red candle. Bears pushed it down, but the bulls broke past. So it ultimately pulled back to this level of the break. It's important. There's a break right here too. So you anticipate that this could be coming down to this level here. Possible. Before you make another move to the upside. When the candles start making higher highs, like so. So you gotta wait for this pullback first for crude oil or trade. So this will happen. This will take like a safe trade would have You need to wait till about 20th of September. It's not too far away. Okay, just hang in there. Let oil do what it needs to do. Pull back. That's fine. The sharp move up, quite tricky though, because this could be some kind of leading diagonal to the downside. You just look at also the forward. What's the RSI? Hold on, look at the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Now there is some divergence, so that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. So I'm looking for a few angles. One is you get there's this engulfing plus, but you don't want to get into the buys until you see some structure that says that you can take a buy. That's one thing. All right. The other thing is because there is divergence between this and that, you might get a pullback from here. I mean, even if this was to go up like this, you may not want to keep it too long, right? Because this divergence is going to be a problem. Now this this divergence could be this could make one low push back to the low as well. Possible too. So no, this buy here would be long term, but any move here has to be taken, has to be um in and out. So basically if this you're taking this at up, right, you have to take the profit. Because you really don't want to be caught in something like this. Then suddenly this one just drops right down to some trade two level, like so here, you see. So you don't really, I mean, trading here is fine so long as you know that um, this potential move occurs. Those RSI traders might be looking at this as well. You know, become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The divergence, you could try to trade to the trade too. That's going to be one potential problem. You know, don't underestimate this RSI. It does have its users. So, but when the RSI people lose is also when this one does a pullback like so. There's some relief, and then this one actually just here and then just goes. And of course, the people who trade RSI will end up losing a trade because they're trading this to downside, but this actually broke up, and the RSI people had to take a loss. That's also something possible. So I'm just highlighting the scenarios. Um, a few scenarios, this could actually go up here and spike down, and then that confirms the double top, and then this is also a very good sell. So this is a weekly time frame, all right, weekly time frame chart. So if you actually find it sell a buy because of this engulfing, right, it pulls back. This is actually a buy that you can take, even though ultimately that could happen. But because of the risk reward, you could actually take this buy to the upside. As I just explained why. Take a buy, and I don't recommend keeping it. I would, if it's me, I would just buy and then just go because I'm quite I do think this is a bit dangerous as well. You know, gotta be really careful about this move down, which it has the potential to happen basically. So for, as a day trader, you just buy it up and then just exit, right? So the RSI will be a problem. Let's take note on that. But if it pulls back here, you can look for one push to the upside. One push to the upside like this for a little day trade. So wait for this to pull back. So we've done let's go look at everybody's favorite Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was very strong. And it pushed past the moving averages. Right? Pushed past the moving averages. So this year was a main concern for me. This was a main concern for me. Something like this. Here, see that? So when price actually reaches here, it's going to be there's going to be some problem because there are going to be people who think that this can go down, right? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was some problem right at that level. So, but those people lost the trade, right? So because price pushed above. Okay. So if you were at the buy here, that's a good thing. And the reason why that was a good buy was because as I highlighted, right, divergence is an important thing, right? So there was divergence here as well. It's up here actually, and that's why for Bitcoin as well as for what was that? Uh, Bitcoin as well as where's Brent crude oil? Yeah, it's over here. See, you see this divergence there, and that divergence is something that it's important you need to take note of because it suggests potential push in the opposite direction, right? So this one came back down before it shot up. Yeah. So if you look at crude oil, is what I'm trying to say. It's pretty much it can come here, it can push up, and then after that suddenly it spike down because there is that divergence there. So Bitcoin has that look. Bitcoin has a look not on the weekly but on the daily. So there's divergence, and this one end up pushing back down before it shoots back up. To take note of this RSI, right? So if let's say, of course, if at this point in time here you had taken the buy, the sell, my apologies, taking the sell, at this moment in time, that would have been the correct move, right? Even though price did get to these levels 382 after that, but the timing is very important. So if you took the sell here, that was actually correct. You took the buy, that is actually correct. If you took the buy from here, of course, then that would have been wrong. Even though ultimately that's where it went to, right? Because of divergence, you felt that there was going to be a move from 2992 back up to this level over here, but because the timing is not right, you end up actually might end up taking a loss. Actually, taking too early a buy, right? So depending on when we actually took the buy, this was the best time, and anything earlier sell would have been the correct move, right? Even though ultimately the bias is up, but because of the RSI, but the timing would have been wrong if we went in too early. Yeah, that's one thing. So if I just refer back to crude oil, so basically what I'm saying is actually the same thing over here. So if we put out weekly, yeah. So this is, but weekly is kind of easier to see. So if this comes here, even though we like it to the down, even though there's a divergence, I'm going to say again, but selling this down too early can be a mistake because that can happen. So although the bias is down, but if you try to sell it down here, you could end up being in trouble. But the sell here would be much better. All right. So I'm just uh, giving a correlation between the two. All right. So you can see how price actually moves and what to look out for. Please play with the RSI. Right now, Bitcoin still looks up, and that is, I think Bitcoin for me, there's a lot of correlation. That's why Dodge also, uh, if you see here, you Dodge bulls, right? When this was coming down real slow, it could break and then break below this low and just break up, and that's why we're very interested in the buy for Dodge. Right. See, we're looking for the buys already when this was having this move and this pulling down slow, up, down. If you can take bits and pieces to the upside, that means you'll be trading in the bias of the of the. I mean, it's bias or bullish bias, right? Let's call it bullish bias. you're always looking to trade in this direction if you can, especially when you are at this level over here. This level, you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, but at these levels, because you got RSI that to provide that bullish support, right? Doesn't always work, depends on the context, but so it's always important. You just cannot ignore it, especially when price has moved so far. Right? Um, yeah. So right now I'm just going to. So if you're taking the buys here, you're probably okay. You know, it's possible we reach here to have exited, come back down, and if you took a buy again, that's also fine. Right? Nice breakout upside. That's fine too. So now we are right now over here. So what should we be doing? If you ask me, it's all upside. There's no I will not sell crypto at this moment in time. It doesn't look like a sell to me. So what I would be doing then is I would be looking for breakouts to the upside. Looking for breakouts to the upside. All this, like so. Any reason you can buy, you can, yeah. So like over here, as you can see, well, just did it for my own understanding. But you're looking for the buys on crypto. So those one here actually, this one here as well. So if you actually find any good reason, like for price action, if it, for some reason it just consolidates like that, when it comes like this over here, right? And if you find any compelling reason to buy, maybe some kind of breakout, uh, you should consider taking a buy on this. Right, they're all good buys. So you find they are all good buys here. This candle consolidations, like you see this candle consolidations over here. Yeah, you can look to buy these for a move up. So you're looking for all that little sideways to bring you up to the top. So this is what you're looking for. Right. Minimum, yeah, see, it's right there. It could go higher, but this level is always the first level you wanna try to hit, basically. So crypto, very nice. I hate nice structures. If you're already in here, well, you must be making really must have done really well. Okay. Um. So we done gold, oil, crypto, Bitcoin, right? That's about it. Let's take one look at the DEX and one look at pound, and we should be done. Okay, let me just remove this. Tricky movement, this DEX. Tricky movement. Let's go look at the daily. What's this doing? Correction. No. This is okay. Yeah, this is possible. This is possible. We hit the trade two already, as you can see. Yeah, this is possible. Let me see. The DEX goes up, $1 will fall. Ultimately, we do want this to drop. So let's see, I want $1 to start floating to the upside. I need the DEX to drop. Is this any weakness here? Okay. It may be a running flat that is possible. But what the goal of this is you're looking for a play to the downside. This is the crossover. It's what you want. What I want anyway. So these are all potential levels you could get to. Now, what's the moving average? Yeah. Pull back to the moving average or pull back to one of these levels, and it's important. It's important. So if the DAX would continue to fall, maybe fall and break these lows, and hopefully it falls, then the pound dollar will then shoot up. Okay, so I'm going to do DAX and pound dollar. Let's see. I hope the DAX will fall. I want it to fall. I'm in this buy with my stops below here. So I may be stopped out. I hope it doesn't happen, of course. So I'm just looking for this to go up. Some distance. If it goes up some distance around here, I'll be fine. You know. But then ultimately I am looking for this drop. So even though I think there is a bigger bias sell, doesn't mean that I will not take the buy as well. Because at this point in time, even though the bigger bias is that, the correct trade at this point is not the sell, it is the buy, right? So, for me anyway. So I'm looking for this move to come down, DAX to fall, the pound dollar will go up, and then after that, I'm looking for the DAX to shoot up again. You know, clear all these people who are in the buys, stop them out, and then look for a move up, something like this. That will make sense. A push up will then force the pound dollar down. How far this will go, I wouldn't really know, but all I need to know is that when this pushes up, pound dollar will give me a nice push down. That would be perfect. So if I can get this and that, I'll be a happy man. Very, very happy. Yeah. So hopefully the DAX can support that. Then after that, from here, I probably wouldn't do anything. Just let market do whatever it wants to do. Although I hope that it does that. I mean, too soon to say, but that's what I hope for. Yeah. Because it will make a very nice pattern like that. Nice simple pattern this way, basically. Nice simple pattern. But price will never be so simple. So let's see. Once it reaches here, let price play out. If it shows strength again to the downside, then we can continue to sell. Right. So we're looking for a move down, looking for a move up, and looking for a move down. That's what I hope for. Yeah. And how we're going to know that is that if he gets up there, you might go like this, possible to end, and then you might drop. Maybe do something everyone can recognize, and then it drops. And this might look like a correction for upside, but actually, no, it's actually coming down. It's possible too. So let's well, we can think about this much later. But right now, we want the DAX to fall so the pound can go up, which is my bias right now. Okay. So that's good. We have a nice cryptos that's going bullish right now. We have a pound. Our trade ideas for oil. Okay. And all right, that's it. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.